this is your reminder that it is absolutely okay to keep things simple. When I have been talking to health professionals, coaches, and therapists that I work with this week, the challenges that they've questioned about or wanted help with, my answer has been, why are you choosing the really complicated solution? So in this video, I wanted to remind you to keep things simple and say, it is okay. I give you permission to do the easy thing, and that be good enough. I'm also going to share with you my 3 reasons why I think as human beings we struggle to keep things simple and think that that's okay. So I'll go through those 3 things with you and kind of give you an opportunity to reflect on what you're doing when it comes to building your business, and reflect on, am I missing the obvious and not doing the things that are actually the really simple things to do? Okay, so 3 reasons. The first one, I think, is fear and stepping out of our comfort zones. So in order to build our brilliant businesses, there are going to be numerous times where you have to do something that's scary. And I actually think that creating something that is complicated is a defense. It's a protective mechanism, because the longer it takes you to create this thing, the longer it is until you have to put it out to the world and you have to stand up and show it to people and kind of put yourself out into that stretch zone or outside of your comfort zone. So I do think that sometimes people are doing it because they are frightened or scared that what they're doing is new to them, or what are people going to think? Is it good enough? All these kinds of reasons in terms of fear and defense as to why it ends up complicated, because it's a safety thing. So a bit of self-reflection, is that why you are making it complicated? Because if it was easy, it'd be done already, but that means you have to then do the scary thing. The second one, I think, is kind of a culture, something that we're bred with in our childhood and our upbringing, is around, if you're not trying hard, that giving it your maximum, then you're not doing enough. It's always like, try your best. Have you done your best? Did you try your best? These sorts of things. And I think what that leads to is feeling like unless you have gone above and beyond, it's not good enough. Like you haven't done enough or tried enough. And that's a habit that we need to question within ourselves. Is that something that you hold? That can you do something and say, actually, that's great, that's enough? Or unless you're busting a gut and going above and beyond, then it's not enough. And the final one is kind of linked to that, which is around the need for perfectionism and the whiz bang pop system, the technology side of things. That I see so many people say, oh, I can't make it this whiz bang pop amazing thing, so therefore until I can afford it or use the technology and have it, it's not worth building, it's not worth putting out there. And I think that holds people back, because that is not how we learn, and that is not how our businesses develop. So our clients are suffering and struggling, and they want help. And if you're saying you could help them next week with something really simple, or you could wait for the next 18 months while you raise the funds in order to afford the system, to learn the system, to put it all together into some funky marketing flow or course or program or whatever, those clients are going to say, well, just help me now. So release yourself from the need for things to be fantastic and perfect and amazing, and instead think, what's the simplest way that I can get out there and I can share my knowledge and I can help people. Because the more that you do that, the more people get to know, like, and trust you, the more people get to sample what you're great at, and that will naturally build your business. And at some point, your income will get to a point where you can afford the technology, and then we can take what you already do and build it into the whiz bang pop technology. But I think we need to get over the fact that we don't do things unless it's this fantastic, amazing version of something, because there's so many people missing out from your expertise and your help because you're just waiting until it's this perfect thing. So, as I said, this video is a bit of a call for you to reflect on, why are you not doing the simple things? So why are you not contacting those clients that are those sort of low-hanging fruit that have been to you before and might be really interested in the next group that you're running or the next program that you're running? Why are you not kind of messaging them and saying hi and saying this might be of interest to you? Why are you not looking at your marketing flow and choosing something that's got 2 steps rather than 6 steps? Now, I'm not saying that 2 or 6 is the right answer, because it does depend on your blueprint and it depends on the way that you're building your business. But what I'm saying is, time and time and time again, my answer is, why are you making this complicated? What is blocking you and stopping you from choosing to make it simple and make it easy and do the things that are really obvious and really easy for you to do? So that is my kind of call out to you this week, to have a look at what you're doing and just say, whoa, am I making this really complicated? And if I am, like, why? What's the block that's stopping me from choosing something that's simple? If you struggle, then you might want to check out my BIB Accelerator group. This is my community where we come together and support each other, because sometimes you can't see what you're doing to yourself and you need that accountability person. You need me and the group to sit and say, hang on, there's a simpler way of doing this. How about you do X, Y, and Z? So if you need that accountability and you need that external people in order to help you to keep it simple, then check out my BIB Accelerator, because that might be really useful for you. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week for the next AMA video.